Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. Hi, sis. I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then, she's still alive, inside your heart. Nicky boy. Almost died. Is it true that Detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Order Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atney want to kill Kane Board? Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the court. We need to find some solid proof. This gotta happen sooner rather than later. I gotta do this. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Woolcat, please take the stand. Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you a perfect alibi. An alibi with the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Woolcat has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in this courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, but even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon the divine king, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Master Mask. Of course. Very well then, okay. Let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., King Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. Alright, Mr. Atney, the night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. The alibi. I was stealing the urn as Master Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time for dinner. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Hold it! Unfortunately, Mr. Atney, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Yeah. You have a bad alibi, sir. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Gordon Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed, there is no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. You see, you truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atney was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Warder Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. Oh. about the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now. It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh. You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Ward and Taylor, and on top of that, it was Ward and Taylor's staff that printed that picture studio. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. It looks like I better find something else that could be suspicious. So, is that Wright's face? He has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bohr if he was cured. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the master mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. So by photograph, you have this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. Surely you understand by now. Although Taylor provided that camera, there's no way I could have tampered with it. That means I could not have killed King Ward unless I had an accomplice. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse. This picture that supposedly captures it. It's got to be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? You bet there is. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. You took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Very well. Let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph do you find funny? So last time it was that he didn't have the brooch. What would it be now? So they already said it can't be the time. He's holding the box. But the box still has the mark and the paint. It's kind of weird. If she dropped it, then how does he have it?
Take that!
Well, the funny part is right here. Why, this is a bloodstain. Ah, blood. Now this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just pink. Peach colored at that. From blood to peaches. Judge Sherlock's going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well, Mr. Wright, what is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? Would it be the urn or the box?
Take that!
Okay.
Hold it!
not the box, it has to be the urn then.
Take that!
Not the urn either.
Hold it!
Before I do that.
Hold it! Objection!
Yeah, both of them. Okay.
Hold it! Hold it! Take that!
Stay here then. Oh wait, this is the statue.
Take that!
That's right. Oh, the supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason. The day of the crime, that golden statue just happened to arrive in the mountain tree. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place and saw the statue in this spot. If this picture was truly taken, that statue should have been.
Objection!
But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue with the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite big. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. Ha! In that case, you prove it. Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? Really? Ask for a clue.
Take that!
The one who moved the statue is none other than... Look at me! Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue. Here's where our battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me. You pretended to be investors to create an alibi by showing you were at Lord Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been moved, your lie would be exposed like teeth film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw. Interesting theory, please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? So if that is where the box would be. My first thought was clicking the box, but I don't know. It kind of looks like there's a shadow here as well. saying that this master mask is a fake. Huh. You know, I really wish you would start acting more responsibly. Huh. This current question is, why was the golden statue moved? So what possible connection could there be with Master Mask? Identity. Oh, buggers. Okay, it says, oh, buggers written all over. That's a penalty for you. Ask you again, Mr. Wright. Okay, the other guy.
Take that!
Line this photo somewhere around here. Jump to conclusions again. Alright. That's okay. That's okay.
Take that!
Is this the time?
Take that!
Naturally, but why this photo is a timestamp? What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atney went to KB security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it would have been impossible for him to have been at war with Taylor at this time. But what does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, when was the statue placed besides the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime, and it was placed there in order to cover up the crime. Exactly. Luke Atney had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim, and so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse. So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atney must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. What? Because something that wasn't supposed to be had been brought down in a place where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atney had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the mood match with the way it had been in this photo. Order, Mr. Atney, this is true. One moment, have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime.
Objection!
It's true that the camera had been set up by the Waterloo Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with it. Order, Mr. Godard, what is the meaning of this? Godard, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial, which means I'm still good till the last straw. However, the defense has a very good point. Well, a good point? So we are all travelers on a road to infinite points. I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point I can't deny, which is that it's only a possibility, and that a traveler as good as me can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way. Don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes? There's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask. There should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the Sacred Urn. just received a request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box in Javari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime was smooth. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time from 1 a.m. on October 12th. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information you gave. Witness, be sure there are no mistakes this time. Zavari. Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh. Ooh. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that her. And she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Interesting indeed. You mean this calling card? That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Of course, because Abby knew about that. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for me. Then no one entered the basement warehouse. Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken here. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were to keep going in and out of the warehouse. And this is the photo that proves that. Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atney might have stolen it whenever this was taken. That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying, we can wrap this up and put it away. I need to take a good hard look at the court record. Not a lot to go on, is there? As the fact has been covering his tracks, there's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. And he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime. Alright then, how do we do that? There's one thing that Abby stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it. We need to prove that he's lying. Both of these here 2 weeks ago.
Objection!
Something with the or the pain. Card pending beforehand.
Objection!
Mr. Atney, if you really are a master mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? Of course. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask has written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckle here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there's no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains. And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lord Table. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, should I say, an error from human. That's when the pink paint got on there. You can't be serious. Yet this calling card clearly mentions the pink pattern, which means Detective Atney has seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake one, the alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken. Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? Ha. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mask. And now, we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being attacked fickle? But that's a good point. No way. Don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that weak Atney is the one who killed King Lord. And let me ask you this. Why would an excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. What do you mind marrying Lotus? Murderous motive manifest. Nick, he's getting a second win. If you prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on Rondelay, as you said, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Rondelay. Isn't that right, Detective? According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honored to, Sir Oldtimer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. for murder. I, Blue Cat, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. King Board decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill King Bullard. Truly a tragedy. So the victim, King Bullard, blackmailed the defendant. This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What? Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. Right, mistook from the Old Norse, mistakna, meaning to take in there. That wasn't what I meant. It's true that the victim mistaken Master Mask to be. Why, the answer is obvious. On Delight, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Press harder. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? So hard. Take a look at this newspaper. Oh, that's the famous Tear Remenon, a magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The victim clearly misread his article. So he got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see. That was an unusually reasonable direction. You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says break $50,000. The handwriting is, without a doubt, the victim's. There's no mistake, we have an official report to prove. Look, I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. Mr. Delight just showed up at the designated place. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder, what's that mean? I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't one from Mr. Bullard? Well, do you have any evidence of it? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? Do you really think that story is going to hold up? That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too bad. Well, Mr. Wright. Was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now? I thought he was actually pretty convincing.
Hold it!
Now that's just your imagination talking. Come now, Sir Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning. We hear that careful reasoning for ourselves. It's a long story, you better save for another time. So-called long stories aren't usually all that long. At least not in my experience. So you're going to try to predict an act with Mr. Bullard, right? Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery. In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail. Is that blackmail letter really intended for you? Since we don't have enough information, we should press him for more testimony. Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions with Stanley. was certain you were already aware. Savari. King Gore had yet to forgive young Mr. DeWitt, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing that he was the thief. Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Boyle's office. Evidence that Mr. Boyle was receiving money through blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why didn't the defendant pay Mr. Boyle the money, even though he wasn't actually asking? On that point, there was an unfortunate chance. Who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check with Detective Atwood and King Gore, we were unable to find any evidence between them. That's all I'll never prove. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. That was black. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. DeWitt. I know all that now, and I'm still looking I just haven't pressed. I think it's the letter. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atwood? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron DeWitt, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You're one to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Tina? Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence and the content of the blackmail letter. just this one blackmail letter. The one that tells him 50,000. If it mentions the diamond, that wouldn't be this one. It's a red diamond, so... Now wait a minute. Wait a minute, what the? Is that what it says? Red diamond? The diamond's blue? Is it or just that?
Take that!
Take a look at this. Take a look at this newspaper. Yeah. I can't. There's a picture of the tear of him on the stolen jewel. But what about it? Problem is this jewel's color. Color? Not much for discussing color myself. According to the clip, the color of the stolen jewel is blue. However, in the blackmail, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red. Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail is not the tier of eminent that Master Mass stole.
Objection!
And your point is, Mr. Trump, so you are trying to say that this blackmail letter is intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say. Right. That's what you're trying to say. Right, Mr. Wright. Well, that is what you're trying to say. Right, yes. This is who King Board was actually blackmailing. And now this is great.
Take that!
Naturally, it was you, Detective Atney. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master-Mass case, and in the last case, you recovered what was stolen, and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter. This means that King Board wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Order reported.
Objection!
Seems you've gone too far with your child's defense, Mr. Trey. Oh, well, I don't like the way you said that. King Board is blackmailing you again. Are you for real? Yes, I am. Oh, come on, stand up to me. Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. You don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. King Board threatened to make Luke Atney's identity public, an identity he wanted to keep. So just what was that identity? Atney killed King Board because he was afraid of the secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it all comes down to. The identity that Luke Atney was so desperate to keep secret was his identity as... Black. It is to get Master Mask. Luke Atney was Master Mask. A black one? Actually, Luke Atney is a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that King Board was the one blackmailing Luke Atney. Are you saying that Atney was blackmailing someone else on top of it? You have to admit, that does sound a little odd. It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. King Board was blackmailing Luke Atney. But Don DeWitt was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this? sugar or flint. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his carcass for him. And that someone was none other than Look At Me. So Look At Me sent plans to Delight. Silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you? You say that I, again, was blackmailing Ron Delay, in which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Max. Well, yes. Ron Delay started receiving 20% on which means I learned of his identity when he married the first time. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some plot. During the first crime, how did Look At Me know that Ron Delay was Master Max? It shows that the jewel is red and also has guard. If he's there, then he probably... Take that! I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief, trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron Delay in his garden. It seems that Master Max didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid in the water. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. Tricks like that, you couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ex-detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Andrews. That's when you learned that Master Max was really Ron Delay. I can't believe it. It's just a slimy black number. A fraud trying to pass himself off as how dare you expose me like that? I've never blacked out anyone and also understand. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why you? How dare you even take a fight? Avoid that. Say no, you declare my teeth. Just go down. Describe my murder. It's enough to make one laugh. Let's see, we finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance by Mr. Atney. Bailiff, please prepare yourself for Miss Atney.
Objection!
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I am the one to do it. You don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Wright. What do you know? It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Look At Me was a filthy black, and that he wasn't that worthy Taylor who committed the murder. That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull. There's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KD Security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No. No way. Order in the court. Will, Mr. Wright. This is it. This is the final round. I'm about to prove that Atney was at Mr. Bulwark's office on that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough, Mr. Wright. I want to hear your answer. That night, Look At Me was at KD Security. The defense... But if we hear more of Detective Atney's testimony...
Objection!
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trump. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atney is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Max. No. Well now, Sir, it seems that love wins out, man. I am his detective as well as Master Max. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Life will verify that he is the truth. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ramos, just don't give up now. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence. By then, it'll be too late. Huh? But why? Double Jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double Jeopardy. Should the defendant be tried and be found innocent, or that defendant can be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts. It applies to this witness as much as it applies to everyone else. Mr. Atney will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as a master max, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of King George. No way. The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atney's guilt of that crime means that he will never again be tried as King George. Now there's nothing I can possibly do to him, even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent. The real killer, Luke Atney, will go free. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Then hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atney.
Objection!
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you? Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice. No way. Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia. This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now, she's my mentor, Mia. Now, let's do this. Wait, there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. Dude, no, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true. But unfortunately, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Yes, but he's come upon us if you have no importance for us. Very well, then we shall prove your importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing. Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at. Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you? Very well then, Mr. Luke Atney. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So please, give us one last bit of testimony. I Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. The last testimony. Dude, it's true that I was not at work until I had to leave to see about another vitally important job. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photo ready. My brilliant deduction is more important than true covert responsibility. And thanks to the key card law, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded this. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. The victim would have left, for instance, the sound, which means the killer. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask and mask head, which is why he left no trace. And the black man, the victim likely just mistook the photo. Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course... But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Wood. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Wood? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I cannot postpone Luke's Abby's trial any longer. Luke's Luke Abby's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a second. Just one chance. It seems that the parties are about to begin. Well, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it seems. Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. You can't point out these contradictions. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17. The last straw. Seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find the fatal contradiction in this testimony. Yikes. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. This means all I can do is find the contradictory remark. Remember, you only get one chance. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. I'm really unimpressed with this. was wearing his outfit, but... This is one That's right. Mr. Adney, about this last remark.
Objection!
You still don't get it, do you, Trey? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Goodall. What? Mr. Adney, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of tonight. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Adney? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed. That's what I said. My deductions are absolutely correct. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry. Whatever you need. For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. What exactly did we learn tonight? Ron Delight was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime. That was just a few hours ago. Back when my 612 was working at the scene. That's right. The defendant has yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Adney? There's no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as master. So then, in light, just how did you know about this piece of information? Well...
Objection!
Come on, this detective must have known that he probably had plenty of chances to find out before.
Objection!
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit. There was one, and only one way for Detective Adney to have found that out. One way, you said. Please recall Mr. Delight's testimony. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection!
But Mr. Delight never saw his head, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was.
Objection!
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Detective Adney, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed King Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Was he like charging up? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. It's the same line you gave yesterday. Boy, I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. What an awfully complicated incident. King Bullard was blackmailing the Daphne, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, the Daphne tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan, to use his double jeopardy rule when a weekend is out. fair. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know, he never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that. But I really am Master Max. So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it to say? Double Jeopardy. Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What's you saying? As the defendant says, the rule of Double Jeopardy is absolute. The defendant can never be tried twice for murder and choose once or twice. Then, Master Max was really innocent. It would seem so. For now. For now. Now then, this court finds the defendant. Whoa. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. Did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh, I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. Thinking about becoming a master of the creative technology school. Becoming a master means saying goodbye to our mother, Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Yeah. Mr. Wright, I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, nothing really matters anymore, now that I'm all. Come on, just be happy already. Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and went off as Master Master. But in exchange, I lost everything. What do you mean? Stealing security information from community security, becoming Master Master. I did it all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree. She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said she hates evil criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from community security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's when I became Master Mask. Yes, but it's all over now. The broken bowl can never be put back together. But that's not true, right? Right. So, can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can't. I kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if the bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. Last night.
Take that!
Sacred Urn. Guess he was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. There you are. But Miss Delight, you did it, man. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ron, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KV security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Mr. Wright, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's ridiculous. So fat that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky, like that detective. I see. Ironic like the clerks trying to force you to commit them, like a man. I just love it when you're so chivalrous. I knew I was right about you. Every day I spent with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Bessie. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nikki boy, yes. I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nikki boy. I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations. Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife in front of Mr. Maya. No, you got no right. I'll never forgive you. Never, ever. So just as the keys came to a close, so too my cautiousness. Ron said, broken men can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just like... Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. That's nice. So I just show him the urn. That's all that was. Okay. That was pretty fun. Done.